Hello and welcome. We are here to discuss the forthcoming ICO of EZT, which is happening on the 1st of January 2018. My name is Richard Scott. I'm the Managing Director of Catalyst Partnerships, a business development and startup consultancy here in the UK. Joining me today, we've got Laurent Nguyen, who is the CSO of EZ Solutions, the holding company for the EZT ICO. Hi Laurent, and welcome to you. He's speaking to us from Vietnam. And then we've also got Charles Ehret, who is the CEO of Currency Alliance. He is speaking to us from Barcelona, and we'll probably refer to him as Chuck, by the way, if you're wondering. That's who I'm referring to. So hi Chuck, over in Barcelona. Let's crack straight on with some questions and let's learn a bit more about the ICO. So Laurent, over to you. So what's the background of EZ Solutions and the ICO forthcoming?
Hi Rich, yes. I just make a few introduction to EZ Solutions. EZ Solutions is a Vietnamese company who provide the cloud-based software point of sale for merchants over the country and across many other countries. So we provide a complete solution, a point of sale for restaurant, for shop, for convenience store, and many type of business. We have actually 10,000 of store that use our technology to do every operation every day, and we have about 1 billion of transactions, $1 billion transactions each year over the system.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
The number of customer that on the database is about 4 million, and we have about 1.5 million transactions every month.
Wow. Okay. So you're a big established business. How long have you guys been going?
Yeah, the company is set up in from 2011. So we have 60-year experience on over the software industry, and we enjoy our growth rate of 50% every year.
Wow, that's impressive. So, and you're expanding rapidly as well, aren't you, in Southeast Asia and Vietnam and all around?
Yes, exactly. We aim to expanding our business over the Southeast Asia region, and we have now quite a good speed of acquiring merchants at about 1,000 merchants per month.
Impressive. So okay, so how does the ICO of EZT fit into your business and that sort of retail tech ecosystem that you have?
Yes. With many years doing business with merchants, we realized that the customer who enjoy the loyalty program tend to come back to the merchants more frequently. However, the customer loyalty system actually is broken because of the fragmentation of the program and inefficiency of collection of data. So we think that there are another solution for loyalty system, that we can use a cryptocurrency in order to remove any third party, so reducing the cost and give the customer the most value from the loyalty point. That's why we introduced the ICO in order to raising the fund and develop the system to our ecosystem of merchants, so that they can use the solution and offer customer the effective way of using loyalty point. That is the way that the merchant can engage their customer better.
And Chuck, from your side, you're an expert in the loyalty field, and you've studied that and you know that very well. Do you think loyalty schemes are set for a change, and what do you predict as the future of loyalty schemes?
Well, thank you, Rich. I do think, loyalty programs as we know them today have been around for about 30 to 35 years. And they actually haven't changed that much in design during the past 30 years or so, meaning that, customers get points for spending money. But I think we're sort of at the end of that cycle. I think that, there are so many loyalty programs now that customers can't possibly participate in most of them. It's hard enough to participate in 2 or 3. And so what we're seeing is that, customers have been asked to join 10 or 20 or even 30 loyalty programs over the last 10 years or so. And the customer very quickly realizes that they have a tiny number of points in each one. And so they eventually quit. And that means that the merchant is not capturing data about the customer in the various places they shop. So I'm convinced that over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see a massive transformation of loyalty programs to the point where most programs will issue common currencies like the EZT token, cryptocurrency as a loyalty currency, or some other popular loyalty currencies, which would allow the customer to capture much more value in a single trusted account and have total freedom to spend it however they want. So right now, most programs are really quite fragmented and not collaborating with each other. But I think over the next several years, in order for those merchants to capture much better data about their customers, they're going to have to open up their loyalty programs and collaborate with more partners and share common global currencies.
Okay, very interesting. So I guess question back to you, Laurent. The ICO market is sort of booming, and there's loads of new cryptocurrencies being developed all the time, and the market is almost awash with them. What's different about the EZT token and how it works, and why the ICO is different?
Yes, very interesting question. I think that our ICO project is different from other ICO in the market, because the project is not from only one idea, but it is from an existing business that we expand at a very rapid rate. And we need to develop another system that enhance our existing business and offer more value for the customer. So our ICO projects will have more chance to success, and we have a very good roadmap in order to expand and develop our projects.
Yeah, okay. So I guess for me, the unique selling factor and value proposition of EZT token is that you can actually, because of the fact you have a point of sale system around Southeast Asia and rapidly growing, for me it's about the utility. You can actually spend this, it'll be on an app in your phone, so you can actually spend this within retailers that you would always shop at. I think for me that makes it really more tangible to the customer, and also therefore it's backed by a large company. Easy Solutions is a large company, and that makes it much more realistic for both the consumer but also the investor as well. So people that are looking to put money into the ICO will have that sort of security and backing. Chuck, any thoughts from your side?
Well, Rich, I think the point you just made is quite an important one. A lot of the ICOs that have taken place in the last 6 to 9 months have been based on an idea from an entrepreneur, probably with very good intentions to build a business if they can raise money. In some cases, they've been unsuccessful in raising money. In other cases, they've actually raised quite a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the entrepreneur needs to execute the plan. And every early stage business runs into trouble or complications, whether it's technical or business or market issues. What I really think is special or unique about EZ Solution is that they've already assembled 10,000 merchants using their point of sale. And so adding a loyalty currency into that ecosystem is actually not a very complicated or difficult activity. There's already an ecosystem there ready to use the currency. And then as EZ Solution expands into additional countries throughout Southeast Asia, there'll be a waiting market, ready to take advantage of this currency. So ICOs arguably, are creating a little bit of a bubble. And I think a lot of people will lose money, much like investors in any early stage company lose money. That's just part of innovation and renewal. But I think the EZ Solution opportunity is quite solid simply because there's an existing profitable business that this technology and the EZ token solution will be added into. So even if we are in a bubble and things even got ugly over the next several years, I don't think that would be devastating for the investors or the merchants using EZ token, because there is a robust and growing underlying ecosystem of partners taking advantage of that technology infrastructure and loyalty token.
And how do you see, what's your view on the EZ token expansion so far, and what markets do you see it operating in?
Well, EZ Solution has been operating in Vietnam now for 5 or 6 years, and they already have some initial presence in Singapore. There are similarities in the marketplace with Malaysia or Indonesia, other parts, as you expand southward. And so I think there are enough cultural similarities and similarities in the overall commercial infrastructure and logistics of the commercial environment that the expansion from their solid base in Vietnam actually makes a lot of sense. And the fact that they've been able to build a solid business in a market that's growing as quickly as Vietnam means that they've already learned a lot of the hard lessons involved in expanding into additional markets. So the amount of commerce that is taking place across many of those countries is already very significant. And in most of those countries, the economy is growing by 3 to 6%. So we should expect the expansion, to produce some very significant results for the business and the investors.
No, I completely agree. So obviously we've alluded to the fact, Chuck, that you're a loyalty specialist. Can you explain a bit more about Currency Alliance and how that fits into the EZ token campaign?
Well, yeah, thanks for that question. Currency Alliance was created about 2.5 years ago. We're based in Barcelona, Spain. We have a team in the United States and England as well. But our general observation was that the loyalty industry was largely broken, meaning that there were so many loyalty programs that had sprouted up throughout many different countries that it was very, very hard for the customer to actually benefit. The exception might be the frequent business traveler who was able to stay in the same hotel chain most of the time or fly on the same airline. But for the average consumer, they were capturing a tiny amount of points in each program. So our general belief was that the ecosystem for loyalty programs needed to expand, and the different loyalty programs that had popular loyalty currencies needed to be able to add additional partners into their loyalty network so customers could capture even more value as they go about their day-to-day shopping. And so we built a technology platform which really does 3 things. The first is it's very easy through our APIs for loyalty program partners to network with each other in order to issue each other's loyalty currencies or to enable those loyalty currencies to be exchanged. We also then have this very rich rules engine, which allows any merchant to define the rules for purchases or any other type of activity through which the customer can earn loyalty points. And so our collaboration with EZ Solution is that they will take advantage of our application layer logic to enable the merchants to define their loyalty program rules so that the EZ token can be issued to customers in a very seamless way. And then the EZ token will be traded on the blockchain, so we won't be directly involved in that, but we will help aggregate the data in order to produce dashboards and reporting information for the merchants so they can track their activity with customers in real time and be able to reach out to those customers through various forms of engagement. So that's how we intend to collaborate very closely, beyond my personal interest in the company as an advisor and trying to help them expand into additional countries and take advantage of this ICO opportunity.
Yeah, okay. Excellent, very interesting. So Lauren, back over to you. So the ICO, we're within the pre-ICO now, but what are the sort of timelines, milestones, and all the information that people need to know about the forthcoming ICO?
Yes, we are quite exciting because we are running already our pre-ICO period, and it's very good because we are backed by a lot of investors that are interested in the project. So the pre-ICO is already a good point to start. And our ICO will start officially in January the 1st. They will have 3 rounds of the ICO in order to every investor in the world will have opportunity to invest on our projects. So the first round will be at January the 1st. The price will be very interesting. It's about $0.85 for one token. It's very limited for 1 million, the first 1 million token. Then the second round will be open on 1 week later. It's January the 8th. The price will be $1 for one token, and the amount of the token will be on sale is about 3 million tokens. And the last round will happen on January the 15th. The price will be $1.2 for the last 5 million tokens, and this will last until 1 week. That means January 21. The next milestone is very important. Is 1 day after the ICO close, we will open the Exchange, internal Exchange platform, so that everybody can exchange the token. And then 1 week after that, we will list the token over the international coin exchange. So it will be opened up to the world for trading the EZ token.
My next question is similar, I suppose, but so that's the roadmap for the ICO specifically. And what about EZ Solutions and the EZ POS? What's your roadmap for expansion of that business?
Okay, so our roadmap will working around how to increase our ecosystem quickly enough in order to involve a lot of merchant and customer into our ecosystem. This is the way that we think to add the value for the EZ tokens. So for the first quarter of 2018, there will be the launching of the product, the launching of the blockchain network in order to deliver the loyalty system available for every merchant, existing merchants. Then on the next quarter is the second quarter of 2018. We will expand our network to 15,000 merchants, and we will introduce our web portal in order to for customer who can change the token for service or any gifts. For the third quarter of the 2018, we will develop more functionality for the platform. We will introduce the marketing platform from merchants who want to offer e-voucher or promotion or coupon for any customer who are interested into the blockchain. And we hope to increase our number of merchants to 20,000 across the region. And for the last quarter of 2018, there will be a fast development of acquired merchant across the region. We will have at the end of the year about 30,000 merchants. And for the next 2 years from 2019, we hope to running our strategy, global developing strategy with Currency Alliance.
It sounds like a busy but exciting couple of years for you guys. So my next question is probably one I've tried to avoid asking, but the crypto bubble, obviously there's a lot of talk about it bursting, like the dot-com boom. What are your thoughts on that? And yeah, what do you think will happen, Lauren?
Yeah, yes, I think as for any new technology that change the world, that they're always a part of bubble, because everybody is so interested in the technology, so they try to invest too much. But the way that every kind of technology, that after the bubble, there will always have the good one will be developed, such as imagine it, the last bubble of .com. When the bubble burst, we find out that Google and Amazon is become a very, very big industry. So I think this bubble, even if there are bursts for the bubble of blockchain, there will always stay the good company who will build application that benefit for everyone, and they will stay.
Yeah. Chuck, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I tend to agree with Laurent. I think that, you know, in many new technologies or expansions, it's often the second generation company that really takes advantage of the market opportunity. And so in this context, Easy Solutions is not on the bleeding edge of technology, kind of on the leading edge in terms of their ambition in the marketplace. But I also think they have a solid business underlying them. So I think it's positioned quite well. But in terms of the question on the bubble, I addressed this briefly earlier. And as I said, I think like any type of wave of innovation, a lot of money gets thrown at a solution. A lot of hours are invested in technology and innovation. And in most cases, a lot of those companies don't really survive. But the companies that have the most solid plan and are able to de-risk their business opportunity tend to do well. So we're either in a bubble or we're not in the bubble. Everyone can have their own opinion about that. But independent of whether there's a bubble, I think the underlying Easy Solution business plan and existing status of their business is quite solid. So arguably, I think they can do very, very well. But you know, if we are really in a bubble, then some people are going to lose a lot of money, but at the same time, other people will make a lot of money. And those that make a lot of money, there are also people that are taking a modest degree of risk, but taking it at the appropriate time. And right now, I think the loyalty industry in particular is in desperate need of innovation in terms of providing loyalty currency that customers actually value and can put to use. And distributing a loyalty currency on the blockchain arguably is the most transparent and efficient way to achieve that goal. So I give kudos to Easy Solution for pursuing this path.
Yeah, I completely agree with both of you guys. I think, even if there is a so-called bubble, as there was with the dot-com era, some unbelievably successful businesses still emerged out of those. And they are the businesses that have, key, unique value propositions like Easy Solutions do with the Easy token. And I suppose you only need to look at how currencies themselves have changed. It wasn't even that many centuries ago that we'd trade goods for livestock or whatever it may be. So currencies change, people adopt to it, people adapt and change. There'll be some hesitancy, I'm sure, to adopt it to start with, but I can't see it going away, and I think it's probably here to stay, to be honest. So, which is good news for us all. So my final question then, Chuck, any advice for investors, specifically the local to Easy Solutions investors in the Easy token? Any thoughts for them and what they should be doing?
Well, in my case, I've invested in 23 companies as a business angel investor, and Currency Alliance is my 12th company. So, I'm not being a hypocrite when I say that I'm actively involved in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. But a rule of thumb that I've always followed in my own investments is I want to make sure I understand the business. And I think most people do understand commerce. They understand the point of sale device, enables the payment transaction to take place. And they can easily understand or imagine that adding loyalty points into that same payment transaction is a natural evolution of customers' existing behavior. But for investors in Southeast Asia, I think Easy Solution and the Easy token are particularly interesting because the investor can be close to the market and monitor how it goes. And the investor can even have an impact on the success of Easy token by talking about it with their friends. If they have a business, they can use it. They can become a member and shop at merchants that are issuing the Easy token. And so I think for local investors, this is an opportunity to participate in a business that they can actually participate in every single day. Similarly, most investors should never put a lot of their assets in any one investment. They should pursue a strategy of diversification in their investment portfolio. But I think putting a few percentage points of wealth or some modest amount of money into Easy token is really an opportunity to learn and really to participate in the business and see how it evolves.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I think the thing that both you and I are excited about, working with Lauren, is that they are expanding. They are expanding outside of Southeast Asia, and we're sort of working with them on all of that expansion. So, whilst at this moment it's a really exciting proposition to be involved with for a Southeast Asian investor, it will gravitate completely internationally. It will be an international proposition. So, yeah, good point.
Truly.
So
I just want to add for an idea about for investors is that Easy token will become a very popular cryptocurrency that everybody will have on the pocket. So that's the way that we add the value for the community of the people who use the token, and so that the more people join to the ecosystem, the more value added to the currency. So that's why the way Easy token will get beneficial for investors.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that kind of brings us to the end of our Q&A. Any other points, Chuck or Lauren?
Well, I would just add that I've enjoyed working with the team at Easy Solution. I think they're quite passionate about their business. Certainly, they wouldn't be growing as rapidly as they are if their merchant clients were not happy with the services that they provide. I think this is an ideal moment to be working with blockchain to launch a cryptocurrency loyalty token, and so I've really enjoyed working with the team, and I look forward to doing so for many years to come and sharing the experience that we've gained in North America and Europe with the team there. We've also learned some things from the team that we're trying to implement in Europe. So it really goes both ways. So anyway, Laurent, I wish you and the rest of the team a lot of luck with this. And I'm quite enthusiastic about collaborating with you going forward. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, and I guess just to sort of summarize from me, you know, from our conversation, we're all really quite positive both about this ICO and the future of cryptocurrencies. For me, it's been really exciting working with EZ Solutions. And again, like Chuck says, it's not just a one-way thing, it's been a two-way learning process for us both. So we've been learning a lot from those guys and how the Asian market works, and hopefully they can learn a lot from Chuck and I with the European and UK market. So yeah, it's been a really good experience and we wish them the best. Obviously, we will put a link at the end to the ICO. That's going to be starting on the 1st of January 2018. It will start then, and then obviously we'll sell straight out. So, but yeah, if you want to be part of this game-changing technology, this new ICO, then click the link at the end of this film, and we'll see you there, and we'll join you on the journey. So yeah, to summarize, just want to thank Lauren over in Vietnam and Chuck over in Barcelona. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.